Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty. Tasty, tasty.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I hope you're having a really, really, really great Sunday. Congratulations to Superhands. He was first today, so congratulations, Superhands. I hope you're doing well. Captain Reed is here as well, so is Angry Swan. JQ UK is here as well, having a curry, which I'm very jealous of. I'm getting quite hungry now, I've got to be honest.
Tasty, tasty.
Tasty, tasty. Thank you, Karcher, for the sub. I thoroughly appreciate that, dude. Rax here as well. Thank you so much. Alvi as well. Stereo GER. True Blaze. Ray the Kid. S2K on a Sunday. Let's go. Yes. We're going to build the S2K Mini today.
Tasty, tasty.
Tasty, tasty. Thank you so much, Captain Reed. Sean says, hi Jay, how was your weekend? It's been good, actually. My wife was away all of last week, so yesterday I had to get up early to pick her up from the airport, and then we spent the day together doing various bits around the house and things. Today's been a bit more relaxed. I took the dog for a nice long walk. I had a spotted lunch, and then I came to the workshop, so a little bit more relaxed. Watched plenty of TV as well. Void Media's here as well, so is Chris Bezic. Chris subscribed for 36 months, and he said, like, this is 4 kids now. I hope you plan on paying me child support. No. Jenga's here as well, so is the lovely and wonderful Blackbrook. Anarchy here as well. Dead Pirate Reg says good evening. Keyboard Dad says, what's up, Jay? Chat. Keyboard Dad, I think I'm expecting a package from you tomorrow, I think, hopefully. We'll see if that arrives tomorrow or not. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for it if it does. That's the Toro 60 that I'm getting from Keyboard Dad. So we should be able to do a build stream of it next weekend.
Tasty, tasty.
Loads of subs to catch up on. So Hungry Hannah, thank you so much for 8 months of subs. Currently on an 8-month streak. That's phenomenal. Thank you so much. One more and it will be a PT baby. Just BMT subscribed for 7 months. Thank you so much for that, dude. Captain Redlack as well subscribed for 6 months. Half a year, dude. That's crazy. Comic 60s here as well. So is Neodoid. Karchers we already covered. Osclane says, let's get ready to rumble. Lights on today. Yeah, I put the lights on today in the office just because, like, the board's a weird colour, so I wanted as much light as possible on the board when we build it. So you'll see why shortly. Daniel Soderstrom with the ISO highlighted. Good to see you, dude. Piney TF as well. Storsless, thank you so much for 46 months of subs. Pole position and Battleship waiting room. Absolutely, dude. Redeem Caffeinate. Yes, I have got coffee with me. Thank you so much for reminding me.
Tasty.
Comic 60 has got a mode envoy coming soon. Can't wait to build that boy. Nice, nice. We don't sell the modes, but I hope you enjoyed the board anyway. Icy Prisoner subscribed as well with Prime. Thank you so much for that, dude. Thank you for all the subs. Tons of subs today. Thank you so much for those. Appreciate them. Bagri's here as well. Good evening, good sir, and hello. We've just recently put the Alt GRs, I think, which Bagri was. Hold on, I'm trying to get my designers not confused here. Yes, I think Bagri was to do with the Alt GRs. I think. Let me double check that before I. It was the alt GRs, yes. So there's the angry alt. They're like, let me show you actually. Let me show you. The alt GRs are really cool. These are in stock now. So this is on the PT website and wait.
Tasty, tasty.
Alt GR. So these are angry alt keys. They have little bitey mouths on them, and they come in various different colors. They've been selling really, really well. In fact, some kits have already sold out, I think. Yeah, the Evil Dolch kit has already sold out. So we have the white on black and beige kit, and we have the Dolch kit still available. So, yeah, pick those up if you're interested. They're dirt cheap. They're just some really cool novelties. They're really, really cool. I may have the Dolch ones in my Dolch box, which is over the other side of the room at the minute. I'll come back to more of the website in a minute. Bazooka, thank you so much for being here. Says, finally got the kids to bed. Nice. Hi Jay, 2025 edition. What switch and keycap set do you always find yourself going back to? Lavenders and GMK Analog Dreams is what I tend to use most of the time. I do have other boards, but this is the one that I tend to find myself using most of the time. I do need to reach out to Canon Keys and see if we can get the Lavender switches to rerun at some point. That'd be quite good. But yeah, that seems to be what I always end up going back to. That and the Keymax. The Keymax with Brown Alps, I tend to use that an awful lot as well. So yeah. Anonymous Biker, thank you so much for being here as well. I really, really appreciate you. Right, let's get started with some prototypist news then, because a few things are happening this week. So Mel and I will be in tomorrow morning, packing in stock orders and getting all of those out and everything else. But we'll also be prepping for the next shipment, coming up with the plan for when that arrives in about 3 weeks' time. We're expecting that to hit port on the 5th of March, and then realistically we will probably receive it about a week to 10 days after that, which means it's either going to arrive just before the prototypist open day, when you can come and descend on our HQ here and have a look around the warehouse and buy some cool things, or it's going to come just after that. So if it comes just before, we're kind of coming up with a plan on how we handle that tomorrow, which means it's probably going to have to go into storage, not here at the workshop, but somewhere quite local whilst it's still palletized and we can move it around on a forklift nice and easily. If it arrives afterwards, well, it'll be fine because we'll be able to just tackle the group buys and pre-orders will ship them out. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff to sort out and how we're going to manage that, and people to bribe with coffee and things like that to try and get it to happen. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Other things we've got going on this week is planning out the rest of the open day, so making sure we've got all the goodie bags and stuff that you guys are going to get on the day when you come down, sorting out all of the deals. There's going to be a bit of and I need to build a lot of this actually this week. There's going to be kind of like an ARG which will maybe do something with the discounts that are available for the people that attend on the day. Maybe, we'll see. And so all that's going to kind of happen over the course of this week. Whilst I'm doing that and Mel's helping out with that, Sharon is going to start looking at the list of projects that we overtook from Protozoa and starting to get product pages created. Now there's a lot of work doing that, so I don't expect it to be complete this week. I expect it to be a 2 or 3 week job to actually do those. Once they're all created, we'll create a separate section on the website, which I don't know what that looks like yet, but we'll create a separate section on the website which will be where you'll be able to access the Protozoa stuff. Now it's really key for me to mention that if we sell any of the Protozoa stuff and we have discounts going on, the Protozoa and the Prototypist stuff will be treated completely separately. Discounts that work on Prototypist in-stock stuff might not work on the Protozoa stuff. That's all down to Protozoa every time we do a discount, whether they want to sign up to that or not. So that's why we're going to have like almost like separate areas of the site for that. So please do bear that in mind. It's going to be quite interesting how we manage that, and I've not quite worked out how we're going to do it in a really clear and concise way, but we'll do our best, and I'll come up with some sort of naming convention that allows us to figure out. Maybe instead of doing in stock in brackets, we do Protozoa in brackets. We currently have so if I show you on the website now, when you look at wrong one. When you look at product pages, we have the in stock here, and for group buys, we have the group buy tag. That's how we do accounting in the background. So we know whether it's a group buy, a pre-order, or in stock. And we've got a different one for pre-orders as well. So it says pre-order for pre-orders. So I think we might end up doing one of those that just says Protozoa in those brackets. And we have a drop down on here under in stock. There's Protozoa keyboard stock or something like that. And maybe we have like a banner on the home page that says Protozoa stuff. Like you can get to the QWERTY keys and Neo products on a simple thing. Maybe we do something like that. So yeah. Conan, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Question: I'm filling out front heights in my Notion. Does anyone know the front height of a JO2? If you message me tomorrow morning, Reed, I'll send you the schematic that shows you all of that. Isn't Protozoa basically just rendering their products over to you? No, it's a little bit more complicated than that. There's kind of like an agreement in place where we'll be handling stock, and basically absorbing their company into ours from an accounting, a shipping perspective, and all of that kind of stuff, and group buy fulfillment and everything. But it's not as clear cut as just saying that stock becomes Prototypist stock. We have to make sure that we're doing things in the right way, just for Ecto and his team. So there's a lot of complexity behind it that I can't make public, unfortunately. So yeah, that's going to be that. That'd be nice for Protozoa. Yeah, Protozoa would all be in stock, yes. So everything we have from Protozoa would be in stock. It would be ready to ship. And we'll probably put that on the product page just to make it clear. It's not going to be stuff that you're going to be waiting for. We will be filling a few of their group buys that they have outstanding. I think they have 3 outstanding at the moment. The 2 that I can remember are PAL 60, which is a keyboard kit, and the Event Horizon, which is a keyboard kit as well. Those are still in production and haven't finished production yet, but once they have, they'll be sent to us and we will do fulfillment for Protozoa on those. Once those are being fulfilled, there'll then be extras to sell and those will go in stock. So all Protozoa stuff will be in stock and ready to ship. It will be sat on the shelves here at the side of me. We just need to be very careful on how we sell it and stuff. So yeah. Will it be like with Key Cult and Novel Keys? I don't know the details of the Key Cult Novel Keys contract stuff. I know what the details is for us. But it's a thing. It's just difficult, right? It's just difficult. So there'll be no new group buys under the Protozoa banner. Correct. Yes, there'll be no new group buys under the Protozoa banner, is my understanding. I think Ecto, after he's got through his personal stuff that's going on, so he's having a child and all sorts of other things, he's moved to Korea and everything else. So once all of that's sorted, I think he wants to get back into the game designing again, doing things like the PAL 60. We need to figure out what that looks like in the future. So I don't know what that looks like. Do you have any say in the designs and boards Protozoa does in the future? Maybe, to an extent. Maybe. I think that's really going to depend on what Ecto wants to do, whether he wants to do it under the Protozoa brand, what that looks like from a retail perspective, and what our agreement kind of like covers. So it's kind of open air, but yes, I would say that there'll be some discussions where we have some input. Mr. Gimp, thank you so much for 21 months of subs. Huge amount of time. Thank you so much for that. Just the current stock and their pending group buys. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, we'll have their current stock, which is all already here, and most of it is now sat on shelves. Most of it is documented. I think there's a couple of small bits that aren't. There's some Frost keyboards and some other small bits that we need to go through. Strata, Foundation. I think that's it. Everything else we have documented and checked. Some things came with biohazards on them, which was not great and pretty grim. We found a box that was full of PCBs and keyboards with rat feces all over them, which was grim, but it's just one of those things. So we've managed to work through that now. Kaz Online, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, dude. V Rugdush, I think the similarities in names between Prototypist and Protozoa may cause confusion for some casual customers that may not have heard of Protozoa before. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is we will. I mean, most of the stuff that happens, people know about Protozoa, right? If they're looking for their products, they will know about them. And there's not a huge amount of different products. A lot of it's just key set kind of stuff. So what we will probably do is we'll have like a section like on the main site like this where it brings you, instead of saying QK, it'll say Protozoa, and then we'll have an explanation up here. So we'll have like a chunk of text at the top that says, this is Protozoa stock, we absorbed the company, blah blah blah, it's now all in stock, ready to ship, and then here are the products underneath it, and they'll just have the Protozoa in the title. Now they will still come under the in stock. Like if you go to the whole in stock, they will still come under in stock products. So you might see one here that says Protozoa, I don't know, GMK British Racing Green Round 1, for example. So it will still show up in stock and it'll still show up in the correct portions of the site, but yeah, we're just going to have to be careful with how we manage it. So yeah, we'll figure it out though. We'll figure it out.
Tasty.
Rat poop. Yeah, it was rat poop. Yeah. Surely they'd noticed that when boxing it up. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, we got it. It wasn't noticed. It was just there. Full banked my sub. I see how it is.
Tasty.
Wait, what? Did you sub and I missed it? He did sub and I missed it. Okay. Mr. Blackbrook, thank you so much for your subscription. You are a wonderful human being, and you subscribed for 33 months, saying 30 free. If only that said flirty was free, I'd take flirty. That'd be good. I'd enjoy that. But thank you, Mr. Blackbrook. Makes some confusion with people suing too. Don't sell Adobe stuff. Yeah, so that's referring back to EPBT Creative Studio. We were not the UK vendor for it, but we got a cease and desist for it. So we got a cease and desist from Adobe's lawyers saying you can't sell ePBT Creative Suite because it uses icons that are trademarked by Adobe or whatever the letter said. And I had to go to the designer, Kapowaz, and say, look, dude, like, we didn't sell this, but I'm getting this letter. You need to go and handle this. I don't know what happened after that, but I sent it on to my legal advisor, and they've handled it. We don't have to do anything, obviously. It's interesting. Bosch 15 and Neodoid, thank you so much for the subs. Bosch subscribed for 9 months. It's a PT baby. Congratulations. Neodoid subscribed for 16 months. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. I would have been ashamed shipping it out to my future business partner. Why not clean it to hand? I suspect they just didn't see it. I mean, I'm not blaming Ecto. It was in a rush. He shipped a shit ton of stuff to us, and it was all done at pace, at speed, because of things that were going on in his private life. So I'm guessing they just didn't check inside the box and just sealed it up and shipped it to us. So yeah. So yeah, it's all fun and games though. It's all got a shit ton of stock in it. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Blackbrook. Exactly. Keeper, thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate you. In terms of other PT news, the big thing is the PT Open Day. If you do want to come down to the PT Open Day, you are more than welcome to. I would request that you try and fill out the IC form if you can, just so we have a rough idea of numbers. We're currently in the process of planning. As I say, Mel's kind of come out with a footprint of how we're going to lay things out on the day, give enough space for people to walk around. Enough space for us to kind of like share products with you and have keyboards out to test and switch testers and 1,000,001 other things and goodie bags and all of that kind of stuff. So the vast majority of the week is going to be starting to procure all of that together. The other thing that should arrive this week is the new prototypist keycaps. So we've commissioned GMK in the past to make PT branded keycaps. We've done some ones with black keycaps and grey PT legends. We've done some white ones with green PT legends. For this event, we are doing pink GMK keycaps with a grey legend, just because I love pink and it's one of my favourite colours. And we're going to be using this kind of like this pink here that's kind of marble effect. So those should arrive this week. I'll take some nice pictures when they do arrive and get those up on the Discord as well. SPC folks, check announcements. Yes. What will be available from Proto? I'll be sharing a list later on through but basically anything they had up in stock up until the end of last year will be available through our website in the very near future, probably sometime in March. Just in terms of creating product listings, it's about an hour per product, and there's a lot of products. So yeah, it's gonna be a while. Interesting observation about your SEO. It's a shame that the original Neo listings come up when you search for most of the Neo products rather than the current ones. Do you think it would be beneficial if you could fiddle that in some way? So I have tried to have a fiddle with that, Mr. Reed. The problem is the only way to increase our rank on those is to remove the old listings completely from the Google scraper, and I'm pretty loath to do that. I think the other way of doing it, which is something I'm considering, is on all of the expired Neo products, putting a link through to the new Neo product page. That's an option as well, but it's a lot of work. And the other thing is, I know a lot of people use our closed group buy pages as a resource to see historic group buys, because under our closed group buys, you have basically everything that's been sold in the hobby for, all 75% of things that have been sold in the hobby for the past few years, right? I know it caps out at 21 pages, but the rest of it that's older than this is visible by doing a search. Let's see what's on page 21 actually. Yeah, so this only goes up to Infinity Port and things like that, but there are things that are older than this that are on the website in closed group buys. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff on there, and I'm really loath to kind of get rid of all of those historic product pages, because I think it's a really good resource for the hobby itself, like for people to go and check on, and it's a great community resource for people who want to look it up and use it, and I know a lot of places do, so I'd be loath to get rid of it. I just threw my hands in the air for the pink. Yeah, the pink's really good. Let me see if I can show you on the top-down camera a little bit better. So this is kind of like, it's kind of like a marbled pink. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up, but you can see it's got darker and lighter spots. The lighter pink is actually UV reflective as well, so it does glow in the dark a little bit. So it's pretty cool. And then we've gone with the 2B Legend. I just had the MT new version of the 2B Legend out. So yeah, so that's going to be the colour scheme. So it's going to be those colours. Which look pretty slick. Look pretty slick. Please excuse me navigating through the site while I get front heights and typing angles. No worries, dude. You look at whatever you want, dude. I look forward to seeing what boards people pair those keycaps with. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. If those pink keycaps are meetup only, I may need to engage in a little bribery. Yes, the pink keycaps are strictly for attendees at the open day. We will not be giving them out anywhere else. They will not be available anywhere else. They will be only available to people who attend on the day. So we're not going to give them away. We're not going to do anything else with them. The ones that remain, because I had to order 1,000 of these keycaps, and we're not going to have 1,000 people come. So I think we'll give 2 or 3 to everyone. But whatever remains after that will be used for some sort of art installation in the future. So yeah. Those will not be available for sale or to the public. Bribery is forbidden. No, Syndicate, no way to get his hand on them. Any chance you provide PP plate cutting services? So, Neodo, the issue with that is getting good quality polypropylene. We've offered it in the past, and we've had some good polypropylene and some bad from different suppliers. The good supplier is no longer in business, and when you get the bad polypropylene and you try and cut it on a laser, it just has melted areas. POM does too, to a certain extent, but not as much. So does acrylic, but those you can't actually see unless you're looking for it. With the polypropylene, it's really, really obvious, and I like the what I call the good polypropylene wasn't actually true polypropylene. It had like another I can't remember what it was, but it had like another acrylic type substance in it, so it wasn't truly that material, but it cut really well. I think the only good way to cut polypropylene these days is to either die cut it or mill it, and I don't have the capabilities to do those, so I don't think we'll bring that back. It's just going to be POM and acrylic that we'll offer. So yeah. I sent you my Twix, please respond. No one has sent me Twixes for ages. The last person to do so was Gemma, I think, who is currently in Ireland, actually, Mr. Reed. So yeah. Any novelties? No, it's just going to be the PT logo. So this is a short from P and then a single T logo that we have on the other keycaps. I don't know if I've got any of them to hand. Do I have a PT keycap anywhere? Okay, so I don't have one of the cherry ones, but what I do have is, I think I have some of the Keymax ones, which are the same logo. So this is what the logo looks like. So it'll be that logo, but on a GMK keycap. These are Keymax ones that they made in MX4 a while back. There's a small number of these still available on the website. They're super, super cool, but it'll be that logo. And as I say, we did white keycaps with a green logo originally, and then we did a black keycap with a grey logo about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, for the blackout JO2s. And then now we're doing the pink and grey keycap solely for the PT Open Day for 2025. I'm not actually sure where Gemma is in Ireland right now. She just mentioned she was going over there. Ko-fi, what's this and how does it help you, Jay? It's basically a Patreon style thing, is Ko-fi. You can see the link down here, and I may as well talk about it now. So Ko-fi is one of the things I talk about each week, but effectively it allows you to support us. What happens is there's 25 people who support us right now. You can buy a tiered sub. It's basically like, as I say, Patreon or something similar. Gives you access to the SPC on Discord, so does subscribing through Twitch. There's 3 different tiers on Ko-fi. There's the $4.99 a month, which is basically the same as the Twitch one. There's an additional one that gets you 1 free build service every year, and that's $7.99 a month. And then there's the XL version, which actually gets you free access to the inner circle, which isn't a specific thing other than you might get something sent free every now and again. So just before Christmas, I think 5 or 6 people got sent some of our JOG keycaps as kind of like a testing thing. There are going to be some JO1 final editions sent out to some members of the inner circle as well at some point in the near future for review for a week beforehand and stuff like that. So they'll get access to free things plus everything else as well. So that's basically it. Any money that we generate from this pays for mine, Mel's and Sharon's lunches and things like milk and biscuits and things like that for the workshop. So we really appreciate anyone who supports us. So yeah. So that's it. Just going back over to PT then. Let me do the whole shill stuff, go buy stuff kind of thing. So we talked about the angry alts earlier on, and we've put a few things in stock this week. There's loads of stuff going in stock this week. Neos, there is always the Neo pre-orders going on as well. So if you're interested in Neo pre-order, take a look at those. I do want to call out that macro data refinement is about to end. I think we're going to be closing that soon. And GMK Crimson Cadet small batch. So this is literally only for this weekend. This will be closing at 8 AM tomorrow. If you are one of the few people that want to buy this set, you have got like literally 10 hours left to buy it, 12 hours left to buy it, because it'll be turned off first thing in the morning and we'll be putting the order into GMK. So yes, that's on a few websites, Prototypist, Blotsky, Geon and Novel Keys, and it's only open until tomorrow morning, and that's it. GMK Black and Gold is also live right now. If you like metallic keycaps, the gold is metallic with GMK, and this is pretty snazzy set. It's pretty cool overall. Full-size base kit, some pretty cool novelties, some really cool novelties if you're into Art Deco like I am, and just, yeah, all sorts of really cool stuff. So definitely take a look at that. Also, if you're looking for coffee, Jay's Roastery, we offer 3 different blends at the moment: Classics Blend, Fiction Blend, and Sci-Fi Blend. Come in 250 gram, 500 gram, or 1 kilogram bags. Whole beans. You can grind them to your heart's content. Great coffee in circulation in a ton of coffee shops in this area around Prototypist as well. So yeah, and this is literally roasting beans. These beans, I have consumed the beans that are in this video, which is pretty cool. Cool. So we've gone through all of that. I think that's everything. Just go do a buy, right? Do a buy. It says those Keymax PT keycaps are out of stock. Are they? Let me have a look and see if I can put them back in. I think there's a few left. I'll put 3 back in stock. Let me find it for you. Where's the website gone? Here it is. Keymax. Oh yeah, there were 100 quid each because you needed a discount code to get them. I think they were supposed to be £12. I'll put them down at that. There we go. Cool. 3 of them are back in stock if you're interested in them. 3 of them are back in stock there. There you go. And then there's a £600 a month version. Yeah, but only you subscribe to that. There's only you that subscribes to that, Mr. Kilane. Biscuits, yum. Mel bought coconut biscuits last time. Not for me. Not for me. Why are there still Loki 65 smoky polycarbonates still in stock? I don't know, dude. Like, has anyone else looked at the Loki 65 and thought they liked it? Because we're just not selling any. So maybe we need to put these on discount, because like I know it's an old group buy that's now in stock. Oh wait, what? Oh yeah, it says they're out of stock, but they're not. Right, okay. Do I need to put a discount on these? Do I need to put a discount on them? Because they are really, really cool. If we gave like 25% off, would anyone pick one up? Should I just do it anyway and see if anyone does pick it up? Let's just give a discount. Create discount. Amount of products. Discount code. Streamer 25. 25%. Specific products. Loki 65. There is 7 keyboards available. We'll end it at like midnight tonight. See if anyone buys one. There you go. Right, code is streamer25, capital S, no quotes needed, and there's the link to it. But there are 7 in stock right now. I think it's just the hot swap ones that are sold out. But there's the frosted and the ink black. The ink black is probably the nicer of the two. It's stunning. It's just really nice. Anyway, there you go. In stock and available, 25% off it. It's a discount. It's a discount. Right, okay. Where else did we get to? Leave macro data until payday, please. Super Hens, we can sort you out. Jay, I'm sat with more keycaps in my cart, but I don't have enough boards. Fix my problems, please. I will sell you some keyboards when you come over for the open day, Mr. Reed. Don't you worry. Jay, do you know whether the black and gold is the same gold as the solar array? I've just had a cutting plan. I don't think it's officially the same, but I think that GMK will use the same plastic because I don't think it has Pantone codes that are there specifically for it. So I expect it will be very, very close, Mr. Kilane, yes. So much awesomeness, so little money. I know that feeling, man. I know that feeling. Like, I was working out how much money I'd earned in the past year, and it doesn't even break 10 grand. Like, it just doesn't even touch 10k. And that was kind of depressing. Like, not even 10 grand. Disappointing. Art Nouveau, when will it be your turn? Art Nouveau, I don't think we sell that, do we? Do we? I don't know. Black and gold isn't my sort of thing, but those Art Deco novelties are really cool. Yeah, the desk mats as well are phenomenal, Snicket. I really like the desk mats. There's MW Art Nouveau. Oh, I see, right, okay, yeah. How has the Zoom 65 V3 QC been out of interest? Many issues with the taillight. We've had 2 customers raise issue with the taillights, I believe. Those have both been fixed now, and replacement parts have been sent out. Which, on, like, I mean, it's less than 2% error rate, so, yeah. Oh, I think Mr. Kilane was one of them, actually. I think we fixed that now, right? Right, Mr. Kilane? I'm sure Mel said she'd got the fix kits in for it the other day. Zenobi, hey man, thank you so much for being here. Coconut biscuits. Yeah, I bought fig biscuits. Mel bought coconut biscuits. Yeah. Mr. Rust. I like Rust too. Hey man, thanks so much for being here. I hope you're doing well. Please don't. I don't want to spend money. Keycap acquired. Nice. Thank you, dude. Thank you. If people want the Loki 65 but don't know how to solder, there are tons of people that can help with that in the MK UK or in the PT Discord. I think soldering is a great skill to have and anyone can do it. If you don't want to learn, I think Pokemon Kid and Tinkerton are probably 2 of the most experienced solderers in MK UK right now. Did I hear you right saying there might be extras at Event Horizon? I have no idea, Super Hands. So for Event Horizon, my only involvement to date has been to see the list of orders placed. That's all I've seen. I'm not involved in, and I've seen some things that are happening with production, but I'm not involved in making sure anything hits production. I'm not involved in manufacturer details or anything like that. I'm literally waiting for a list of orders that Ecto goes, fulfill these, and a whole load of packages to come to the PT workshop that I then need to put together with Mel. So I have no idea whether there was any extras ordered, whether there will be any extras, whether there's been any order cancellations or anything else. I don't know. I have promised one person they get first refusal if there is one, just because he's a really great guy, and other than that, I have no idea. 250 GBP is my max. Anything over that, the wife would kill me. How would she know? Yeah. Breast bring an empty carry-on read. Absolutely. Neo 60 and 65 CUs. Yes, they go live on the 28th. I should have samples here this week. We'll be building them either next week on stream or the week after. So yeah, I'm excited to get those in. I'm more than likely to buy a board on the day. I've got Mars Cadet waiting for a board. Very tempted to wait for the JO1 and JO3 FE. Yeah. How is Future Funk R2 doing so far? I haven't seen any of the worldwide vendor numbers, but our numbers look okay. So I hope it's doing just as well worldwide, and we'll see. Just waiting for CNY timing for Woot to send out replacements parts for Taillight. No rush. Ah, okay, right, okay. I thought they'd already sent them. Sorry if I've misinterpreted. Like, Mel and Sharon handle all of that process between them. It's something I don't need to get involved in. Fig biscuits and coconut biscuits. Don't think anyone can take the high ground. Fig biscuits are S tier. They're really good. They're really good. I got mine from another vendor. The tail light on the Zoom 65 V3 is a mess. Mine came with a buggy tail light, and my replacement came buggy as well. I think like it was less than 1% error rate that we had. Like it was tiny amounts. Just double my prayers for the EH. Well, Alva, you were the one person that I was speaking to. Fig biscuits are great. My grandma loves them. I like figs, so figs are probably my favourite fruit. So yeah. Right. Okay, time to crack on with some keyboard chores. I think we've talked about all of the PT news and stuff going on there. So, the first thing I need to do is move the koala out of the way because, unfortunately, I have to send this board back. This is the board we built last week, and it has to go back to Enimushki. So, Frank will be getting this back, which means I need to take the keycaps off of it. So, there he is in chat. I did ask him if I'm supposed to desolder it, and he was like, you ain't getting the switches back if you don't desolder it. So, he's going to get some very nice high-move switches, high-move rollers. But the everything else is ready to go for this. LV, it's the least I can do for you, man. Yeah, the high-move rollers that we built the board with. It was nice that they put up renders with this keycaps on. Yeah. Any non-zoom numpads on the Horizon by any chance? I think the only numpads we've got on the Horizon are zooms for the Tiga from memory. But there is the binner pads we have in stock, which are kind of close. I think they're a 9 key, so you could almost make it work. Cats and Bead. Yeah. Oh yeah, they were photos, not renders. Yeah, you're right, actually, in Mushki, yes. Was it this physically same board as well? Enimushki? Was it actually physically the same board? Because I know this came from Patricia, right? Yep, okay. I don't know if that's so random that the team here watching the stream picked the same keycaps as Alex Sotus used for the same board. That's so crazy. So crazy. You need a full numpad. Buy one of these then. Buy the ASCII F. It is such a good set, yeah. Yeah, all the Vertex intro. ASCII F, yeah. I'm not saying ass, I'm saying ASCII. ASCII F. Are you making fun of my my pronunciation here? That's what you've been saying? Oh, okay, okay. When we built it plateless, Mr. Osculane. Good try, though. For those who don't know how to say ASCII, yeah, ASCII. That's when I hear a lot. ASCII. Oh, you're gonna get some really nice stabilizers as well. Voidmain, hey man, thank you so much for the sub.
Tasty.
Thoroughly appreciate it, man. He says, good evening from Germany at the election night. Of course it's the election night. Can't watch wall-to-wall coverage anymore, so I do something for my soul and watch you instead. Aw, thanks, man. And also he's trying to bait me in Discord.
Incredible.
Plateless because some people have no soul. Plateless is good. With the in-stock Loki 65, what plate and weight type does it come with as standard? It should say on the website, yeah. Weight material is brass, sandblasted and clear coated, and plate material is... Oh, it doesn't say. I'm pretty sure they all come with the same plate. I think it comes with FR4 as standard, but it does come with the brass weight. I wonder what polypropylene abbreviates to. It's a letter P followed by another letter P. does the Loki 65 have plate files available? I don't know, is my honest answer. Like, because it was one of those group buys that took like 2.5 years to run. I don't know. I haven't spoken to the designer. It was Ned and Calvin who designed the board. I haven't spoken to them in a long time about the project, so I genuinely don't know if they're available. If you find the thread on Geek Hack, you should be able to reach out to them. I know I don't have a plate file for it because we didn't handle production. Ned handled production himself, so yeah, so we didn't see a file, but there may be one out there. I don't know, is the honest answer, and I apologize, I don't know. Thank you, Mr. Flint. It's a really good board, though. If you want to see it, I'll show you after I finish taking these keycaps off. What are we doing? Removing keycaps? Yes, we are just taking the keycaps off the ASCII F that we built a couple of weeks ago on stream. The reason for that is because I have to ship it back. I was supposed to send it back last week, and I didn't do this one chore, so it didn't get sent back. I am supposed to desolder it as well, but I'm making a conscious decision to just gift the switches and stabilizers to Enemushki. Because I'm lazy. So, yeah. But man, if you are looking for a board with this kind of layout, this has got to be the one. Because you know what my favorite part is? This little lip here, this little extra lip here. Really, really appreciate it. And it's a hefty boy as well. I'll be sad to see this go, but luckily I have one on order for myself when the group buy ships. So there we go. That is that board done. I'm just going to go put this to one side. I went for the same colorway as we just had there, the cream and brass. This is my personal Loki 65 with my lovely shiny keycaps on it. It's such a cool board. Gifting in 3D soldering experience. What a legend. I know, right? So the quick sound test. Yeah, I mean, like, I can do like this for you. Yeah, it's super, super nice. The logo is really cool as well. If you look at the logo, it actually spells out Loki 65 to make the Loki 65 skull shape. The 6 and the 5 make up the faceplate and the horn on the helmet, and then it says Loki to the side. It's really, really cool. Such a cool board. Looks great, sounds great. And it has that lovely runic top blocker as well. So yeah. Sounds lovely as well. That way, yeah. I like the ASCII F a lot, except for the bottom row layout. It makes sense from a design perspective though. Yeah, the bottom row is a choice, but it's a nice choice. I don't dislike it. I think it's nice. It looks nice. I hadn't realized it was possible to get without the wrist rest, as I missed the last stream. Yes, you can have it with or without. I think the sample that I have here was originally supposed to have the wrist rest with it, but the wrist rest ended up staying with Alex Otos and never got shipped over. Those screws on the bottom have no business being as sexy as they are. Wait, what? These ones? That damn Alex Otos. Do you know, I haven't seen Alex for a hot minute. Last time I saw him in person was, I think, August last year at Novel Keys. So I need to try and catch up with him at some point. The ASCII F is one I think I'll end up regretting not picking up, but I'm not in the financial space for it right now. But might well be if there are extras. There'll be some extras. There won't be a huge number from us, but there will be some. What set do you have in the Loki? This is GMK Solarized Dark. That is probably more accurate for the colour. So yeah. Have you guys ever shaken hands? Me and Alex? Like, I imagine so. Like, we spent like 4 days hanging out together in West Virginia, so yeah, probably. We've definitely got drunk together. And we've eaten dinner together a couple of times, so I would imagine so. Yeah. There's always more cool stuff down the line. Yes, there is. There always is more cool stuff down the line. That is one of the beauties of this hobby. Right. Should we take a look at the board we're building today now? I need to create some space. So today we are building the S2000 Mini. It comes with the McLovin daughter board and JST connector, and the McLovin PCB. This is ANSI only. So yeah. Gonna have to snap off this section here. Okay, that's a little bit further than I was expecting. Some pliers to just gently snap off here, just like so, and just like so. That should now all come off. There we go. And then I'm just going to take some flush cutters and I'm just going to trim to make sure that there's no residue left there. So now we've got a nice smooth edge to make sure that we're putting all of the right stuff into. Okay, let's lay out a cloth here. Try not to damage the desk mat when we solder in a bit. Would the PT60 PCB fit in the case? It should do, yes. It should do. When we put these in stock, these will all come with 2 PCBs, I believe. We were talking with Ecto about these the other day as well. So this is how they come. This is the brown version of the board. And bear in mind that we've been using this for test purposes as well. So we've already got one of the feet installed. But it comes with SE2000 Mini. It has the stainless steel Toblerone rear weight. I'll take that cover off, which looks pretty slick. Nice edge here, and as you can see, this board is like a brown color. It was supposed to be matching one of the Honda S2000 Mini colors, Moonstone Grey, I believe, but it's not exactly a match to it, I don't think. It's more brown than grey. I hope the camera kind of shows that it's like a brown color. I mean, it's based on the car, yeah. It's based on the car. Let's put the second foot in place. Yeah, it's based on the Honda S2000. That's what it's based on. What's the pricing on this board going to be? I don't know, to be honest. It really depends on a number of different factors, and it's not just a me decision. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to put a proposal together to Ecto for where we think we should price this based on the current market, and then if Ecto agrees, that's where we'll go, but I haven't worked that out yet. There we go. The feet aren't particularly thick. They're maybe 2mm proud, or maybe 1mm proud of the surface of the board. They're not particularly thick.
Tasty, tasty.
Jude the Obscure, thank you so much for the subscription, man. I thoroughly appreciate you. Okay, let's take the board apart and then we'll get some switches ready. The car is getting more expensive now for a clean one. Yeah. I just realised I don't have my screwdrivers to hand. There we go. Right, we've got Torx screws, which is a great start. Oh, you mean like the length of them? Yeah, I mean it's a stylistic choice. I think it's not something I do on something I designed, but I don't think they'll be £500. I think they'll be cheaper than that. Like I just don't think they'll sell at that kind of price point. So we need to make sure it's a realistic price based on the market. 3 years ago, that kind of price point might have worked. In today's climate, I think that's too much. It will be sold as in stock when it comes to it, yes. We've got dozens and dozens of these sat on the shelf in the workshop, and they will be sold as in stock at some point soon. I don't have a date for when that'll happen, but it won't be too far away. Just feels like that screwdriver is just a touch too large, so let's go for the small. That's much better. Okay, now we should be able to remove the Toblerone weight, he says. There we go. This is just a stainless steel chunk by the feel of it that's been PVD coated. It's a nice thing. And that unhides the remaining case screws that we need to take out. As far as I know, this will only be sold through us, but I don't know about anything about the group buy. So this is something that we've just absorbed from Protozoa. It's not a product that we run ourselves. So I have no knowledge of anything further, I'm afraid. Now take the case apart. And there it is, the case. These are the weights for the screws in the corners here. Next, we're going to put the JST cable in place, and that uses these two screws here. Now that looks like a Torx screw, slightly larger than that. There we go. S46 plate. I'm not sure what the S46 is, to be honest. Love the Moontorch. Thank you. I collect most of them. I have everything apart from Neptune. Okay, so now we're going to pop the daughterboard in place. Going to line up the USB port in a nice fashion. And then we're going to pop these screws back in. Just going to gently tack that side down. And we'll fully tighten it in a minute once we've got everything aligned. I'm going to put this, whoops. Into the other side. I'm going to make sure that's nice and flush. Just screw that down nice and solidly. And then tighten the other side up. And then we're going to thread the cable into its slot just like so. Nice. Okay, so that's the bottom case prepared. Everything's looking good. Nice, neat and even. The USB's all nicely centralized. Everything's great from there. This is a board where the different layouts, different colors, right? I have no idea. We didn't run this in group buy. We've just absorbed the stock from taking over Protozoa. So I don't know is the honest answer. Okay, next job now is to take out the screws holding the plate in place. Does it have any ISO support? The plate looks ANSI only. The PCB is ANSI only. So I can only assume that all of them are ANSI support only, I'm afraid. You'd need a different PCB and a custom plate to make it ISO. Yeah, this board's had a bit of a history. It was originally run through Hand Engineering, and then Hand Engineering couldn't complete fulfillment, so they handed everything over to Protozoa, and then Protozoa have now handed everything over to us because they couldn't complete their own fulfillment as well. So it's been an interesting ride for this board, I suspect. Okay, so that's the case now, all prepped and ready for the build. I'm just going to pop that to one side. And now it's time to make the build itself. So, whilst I'm lubricating up some stabilizers in a second, you guys are going to pick the switches we use for this build. And we are going to give away this board at the end of the stream as well, so bear that in mind. One of you watching now will own this board in a few weeks' time, so just bear that in mind. The two switch choices I have for you today are, and I hope hopefully a mod is watching, some lovely MX2A cherry browns. These are the new cherry browns with the barrel-shaped springs. They're completely stock, unlubed. I'm a big fan. Or alternatively, we have some chocolate caramel switches, which are factory lubed. So those are the two choices. One of the mods should have a poll up very, very shortly, and you guys can pick which version of which switch you want to put into the board. There you go, the poll is up. Whilst that poll's running and you guys pick which switch you want, I'm going to get some stabilizers ready. We are going to use some of the new
Tasty.
Type Plus stabilizers. I have got another batch of these coming. They should be in stock very, very soon, hopefully. So yeah, watch is clean. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I do really enjoy using the Amiga Moon swatches. So yeah, the swatch ones. You've got the plate file, so I'm going to see if you can get it modified to have ISO support. Yeah, it's doable, Neodoid. I would do it, but I just don't have the time to change it. Like, I could change it, I just don't have the time to do it. But if there's plenty of people in the community that can do it. So yeah. Just want to hear the browns? Yeah. Silver is wing key, Moonrock is wing keyless, and red is HHKB. Okay, yeah. I mean, we've got all of those colors. I think we've got some polycarbonate ones as well, I think. Angry Swan, thank you so much for 29 months of subs. Got confused when Twitch started selling me Pringles. Turns out they track if your sub ends midstream. Nice. Might cancel my Cappy pre-order for this. Nice. You say you're giving away this board? Yes, 100%. The board we build today will be given away at the end of the stream. So we have to build this with a 7U spacebar. So that's what we're going to do. And the Type Plus stabilizers are handed. So that means that they will only go together in one way, and they will only, you have to put the left-hand housing on the left-hand side. So let me remember how these go together. That's like that. And these are best lubed once you've assembled them as well, rather than pre-assembling. Which means you have to put the housings from the right-hand side on the right-hand side of the stabilizer, and the housings from the left-hand side on the left-hand side of the stabilizer, which is unique to stabilizers, but it means that you get a really, really good, clean build from them. So there you go. So as you can see from the bottom, the wire tucks in onto the left side there and onto the right side there, so you can't swap these sides around. You have to keep them the same. Now the external housings are also sided, so you will see that there is a little clip for the wire, but only on one side of the housing. So you have to put the right housing on the right hand side of the stabilizer, on the correct side of the stabilizer. Right, we're going to go for full backspace because this is a wing keyless board, so we need to do the same for that. As I say, these stabilizers are best lubed once assembled, rather than lubing them first and then assembling them. Someone burning up their points. It looks like it. That Amiga Snoopy watch did things to me. Yeah, it's a nice watch. You almost bought an Earth Phase in the Swap and Comment Garden yesterday. Nice. Chocolate caramel switches. Okay. We can do that. I was hoping for browns, but we can do that. Okay, now we need one for ANSI enter. Whenever the plate gets finished. Yeah, it should be this week. Just takes us a couple of days to get stuff done on the laser sometimes. And chocolate caramels have brown in them, if that counts. Thanks, man. Thanks. Okay. So we've got spacebar, we've got backspace, we've got ANSI enter. I'm going to split the right shift, but we are going to use a full left shift because we have to. So I'll get the final one out here. Ray the Kid, we will have PCBs in stock. I feel like they were that price because that's what Mechlevin set the retail price for them at, but like, I don't know, we'll try and do them a little bit cheaper. Posh JP, we're going to be giving away this keyboard that we're building, the Honda S2000, well, the S2000 Mini, which is based on the Honda S2000. And there we go. That is our stabilizers all prepped and prepared. Now, we do have these, which are the stabilizer pads, so we're just going to install those onto the PCB. In fact, let's switch those around. There we go. The chocolate caramels really do feel and sound great in the right board. I have them in 2 boards right now. They're great switches, I agree. Yeah, they're great switches. Yeah, the low key's on discount as well, yeah, as Mrs. Reed points out. So, we have two different types of pad here. We have the pads on this side and we have the pads on this side. These ones are to prevent stabilizers feeling like mush, which is what we're going to use today. These ones are for use when the PCB is thinner than 1.6 millimeters. We don't need to use those today. There we go. So now we're just going to put the pads in place. And what we're going to do is we're going to just peel them off. And then we're just going to check with the spacebar which one we're going to do them over. These ones. We're just going to lay them down. Push them flush. Nice and simple. The other ones are shims. These ones are just pads to help feel and to prevent them from being mushy on the bottom out. There we go. Now to do left shift. Oh no, I may have ruined this one. There we go. Just like so, and then we're going to do the ANSI enter, and then we'll do the backspace. Are the little plastic washers for thinner PCBs? No, with QMX the washers should be for the screws. So the washers you get, which you can see in here, the little round discs, they go on the screws to prevent, because if you put the screw into something and it's going to short out across 2 contact points, the screws are metal, so you don't want that. So you need to put you should always put the washers on the screws. There was a time when stabilizers did not come with washers, and people used to have to use little bits of tape and a million and one other kind of like devices to try and prevent shorting. It was quite an interesting time back then. There we go. Now we can put the stabilizers into the PCB and plate, well, into the PCB assembly. He says, struggling to get these ones to fit. Come on. There we go. Take a little bit of force, and we're going to put some screws in there with the washers. So we're going to take one of these little tiny washers, which you can probably barely see on my finger, put the screw through it. Oops, I must have had another washer stuck to me. Don't know where that's gone. And then we're going to screw in to hold the stabilizer in place. If you heard anything about DMK Choco Donuts, yeah, so there is an update that I need to put on there. Sharon's been working with the factory, Mr. Superhands. Unfortunately, they forgot to produce our sets, so they are in production right now. We're not quite sure why this happened. We submitted the order as we expected to. Unfortunately, that was not processed as we expected it to be, and now we have to wait a little bit longer for production. So I do apologize about that. There should be an update on Notion within a few days once we have everything sorted out.
Incredible.
So it'll be coming in the brown colorway you see here, which is Moonstone. There'll also be a red and a silver, I believe. And I think we have some polycarbonate ones as well, I think.
Incredible.
Thank you so much for the follows, guys. I appreciate that. And as I say, we will be giving away this exact board once we finish the build stream as well. We'll play some marbles for it. Always very careful to use the washers. I just end up dropping them on my carpet. I can appreciate that. I've probably dropped more washers than I know what to do with. There we go. So that's what this should look like, Mr. Reed. You see the washer underneath the screw holding the stabilizer in place. And then once we've done these, we'll go back and lubricate them. I do prefer to lubricate these stabilizers once built because you can get much more even coverage on them. And they're probably the easiest stabilizers to lubricate as well. There we go. This is the Moonstone version that we're building today. It's like almost a brown colorway. Think Choco Donuts will look nice on this key? Yeah. Sorry, Superhands. You can flip the table at me. You can blame me. If you need someone to blame, dude, just blame me. It's easiest that way. These are the Type Plus stabilizers, yes. As I said before, I do these slightly differently to normal stabilizers. Just because of the way that they are assembled, I find them easy to lubricate once they're in the board. Doing them outside of the board, you tend to move the lubricant around a little bit too much, just because the wires are shaped a little bit differently. But there's no right or wrong answer here. You can do them however you see fit. There we go. How can you get mad at that face? Jay, do you have a favorite stabilizer for solder with FR4 plate, or does it depend on the board? I think stabilizers are always an exercise in of liability, and my view is that these Type Plus stabilizers are probably the only S tier stabilizers on the market right now. Everything else is A tier or lower. Is there any news on the Jane V3 production? Yes, they're in production. They've been delayed slightly. I'm waiting for an update on when they've been delayed until. There is another issue actually with the Jane stuff. So we got the bills for the Jane and the Kahaku for the Rubber Hose editions last year, and we transferred the money to KLC. It was a lot of money. The money never arrived in KLC's account, and my bank and KLC's bank cannot find the money, so I'm going to have to pay for it again out of pocket, and currently neither bank is claiming responsibility, so we don't know where those monies are, and it's a lot of money. So yeah, and this is like a payment that we've sent to KLC before. Like, we've used the same banking details a number of times. But yeah, just one of those things that happens, and we're gonna have to most likely pay it again and probably not get the funds refunded. Like, we've requested a trace on the funds to have them back. That's been running since back end of last year when we realized KLC didn't have it. We haven't got the money back yet, so frustrating to say the least. Right, okay, so that's that done. We're now going to lubricate these up. And we're going to take the tub. I mean, cashier's checks are very much an American thing. We don't have cashier's check much in the UK. Though you can still do a cashier's check sort of thing. It's called a banker's draft here in the UK. I mean, I wouldn't want to travel all the way to Korea with a banker's draft, to be quite honest with you. I'm not even sure they could cash it. So now that that's done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the stabilizer out of the housing like so, and I'm going to put lubricant inside. And I'm going to make sure there's a nice amount on the brush, and I'm just going to slide the brush up and down the wire just a few times, just to make sure it's nice and evenly coated, and then come around the front as well, just a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Nice amount on the brush, coat up and down the wire a few times, and then just push around the front as well. Once that's done, I'm just going to use the leftover lubricant on the brush just to paint the sides very, very gently. Doesn't need to be a lot at all. And that's that one done. I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, there we go. Can you do that again without your hat in the way? Oh, sorry. All I'm doing is I'm literally pulling out the stabilizer, like so it's raised up. I'm pushing the brush in and up the wire, running it around a few times, and then just coating it down the front as well. And then we do the same on the other side. And this is the easiest way to lube these stabilizers, because if you lube them any other way, you pull the lube off as you're assembling them. So they need to be done assembled, in my view. Lift the stabilizer up away from the PCB. Slide the brush with the lubricant in. That's probably a little bit too much. Paint around the front as well. And then just lubricate the sides just very gently. Just like so. Just with whatever's left over on the brush. there we go. Those should all nicely be lubed now. Demotex is everywhere, even in Jay's hat. Censored by hat. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't realize that my hat had done that. I apologize. It's 205 grade 0. Yeah, it's enough for Type Plus, yeah. How on earth do you lose money in a digital world? Oh, dude, like, both of the banks are blaming each other, I think. So yeah, it's frustrating. Did we say the caramel switch is up on, I think? All horizontal stabs is so pleasing. I kind of understand that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to install the switches. We're just going to make sure that they're clicked nicely into the plate first of all, and then pushed into the PCB as well. Lubricate the sides just very gently, just like so. How well would lubing like this work for stabies? I think stabies need to be lubed slightly differently. So the reason I lube these this way is because the wires are shaped a funny way. So on Type Plus, the wires have hooks on the end, look. And if you put lubricant all around here, by the time you've finessed them inside the housing, you've wiped most of the lubricant away. So I think it's easier to just put them in and then push the brush up the wire. And as the brush gets to the top, it will splay out and cover that curve. If you do that on the standard wire, you don't need to, because the wires are just going straight in, right? So what you tend to do on a normal wire like this is you would lubricate the wire, you'd push the wire into the housing, and then once that's assembled, what most people tend to do is, so you'd lubricate the wire, you'd push the wire into the housing, and you click it in place, like so. What most people will then tend to do, which is what I do, is they'll come around to the back of the stabilizer and just put a blob of lube on the back of the wire. You can't do that on Type Pluses because there is no rear of the stabilizer to push into. Once the stabilizer is assembled, the rear of the stabilizer is kind of blocked. So there's no hole on the rear to push lubricant into to kind of coat the wire. What I have seen people do is I've seen people assemble them first, like this, put the wires in. And just to show you how complicated the wire is to move in and out of these, you have to put the wire in, but clip it into the inside of the housing. It's really quite a complex maneuver. So what you have to do is you have to kind of put the hook in first, and then as the hook goes in, you can see there's the hook coming out the bottom, but you then have to hook the hook into the actual housing part, then fold it round to the front, and then clip the front in. And trying to do that without knocking all of the lube off is really difficult. Now what I have seen people do is I've seen people lubricate them once they're assembled by putting lube in here on the bottom. But what that does is it just gets all of the bottom messy and it just soaks into the pads that you've just put into the board. So I prefer to do it this way and just push the lube up the wire, and then as you push the lubricant up the wire, the brush will splay out at the end and coat the rest of the wire. Let me show you. Where did I put the brush? So as I push the brush up the wire, you can see that the brush is coming through there at the end. Look, you see the brush coming through? So the brush goes up. It's really hard to show you inside there. But the brush goes up and then splays out inside. There you go, look. I swear the brush is there. It's really hard to see. But the brush will come up like this and kind of coat the wire. And I think that's a much easier way to use these, and it's a much nicer feeling once they're done. There we go. But yeah, for stabies, I just lube them in the normal way. Why do you do this to me? What is the reason? Eat a succulent Chinese meal. Oh man. I showed my wife that meme a couple of months ago. She did not get it at all. A succulent Chinese meal? No more loopy fingers? Absolutely. We'll have some more Comic 60. I'm hoping very, very soon, like within a couple of weeks. lubing lessons with Jay at the open day. We can do that. You buy some stabilizers, and I will show you how to lube them, Mr. Reed, on the day. So these switches should just all pop in quite nicely here. As I say, this is the wing keyless version of the board, so we're not going to put the key here. Cool, thank you. Apologies, it's really difficult to show you on black housings with a black brush where the lube's going to go, but I promise you it does work. I promise you. I think my Type Plus might be some of the only ones left at the warehouse. Maybe. I mean, I did buy myself 5 packs, one of which is going in this board, so. I have no idea about Nobauer stabs. I haven't heard anything other than I spoke to Tehar a little bit ago about my Seneca. That was probably about 2 months ago, so we'll see. Elon is using them for his mission to Mars. Do you know, I love SpaceX and everything that they do. I wish that Elon Musk was not in charge of SpaceX. I have to disable the fact in my head that he's the owner of SpaceX. Like, I have to decouple those two facts because I love what SpaceX are doing and I love the development of the current space race. I think it's fantastic to watch. It's great for humanity. It's great for industry. I do not enjoy Elon Musk. And that's a real sense of difficulty for me lately. Let's turn 2 components into 20. Yeah, I mean, simplification is usually the best option. I wish Elon was not in charge of anything. Well, yeah, me too. Me too. I do not think he's doing the right things at the moment with the powers that he somehow has managed to acquire. But anyway, it is what it is. Right, guys, in chat right now, tell me whether you want to see stepped or full caps lock. Just put stepped or full in chat. And whatever we seem to have most of, we'll go with. No need for a poll on this one. Just stepped or full into chat. Let me know what you'd rather see. And we'll go with whatever's popular. Because we're giving this board away. So one of you is going to own this board in a few minutes' time. And you'll get it in a couple of weeks' time. I'm not talking about politics anymore, Bazooka. I apologize. Personally, I prefer stepped, but as I'm giving it away, you never know. The person who picks the winning thing might be the person who wins it. Who knows? I feel very much away about the SpaceX, Tesla, and things like Harry Potter separating what has been started, created by a single, but adopted by many. So many other things, lives going to big org media creation. Yeah. Stepped. Steeped, not stepped. Stepped is nice. Stepped always. Stepped is the only valid answer. Okay, we're going stepped caps. You guys have got taste today. That's a change. That's a real change. You guys don't always have good taste. Full. One person says full. One person says stopped. F1 livery thoughts. I do you know what? I really enjoyed the show more than I should have done. I thought Jack Whitehall did a great job for the most part. And I thought it was cool to see. I think I prefer that to the standard kind of like, look, here's our new livery, kind of by each team individually. Make the most of it. It was a good night. I enjoyed it. I think there was some bad bits. I think the DJ was particularly poor. I did post in the Formula 1 chat on the PT server my order of let me find it now. My order of what I would rank the Formula 1 liveries. Let me see if I can find it.
Tasty, tasty.
Where's the Formula 1 chat gone? Why can I not find it? There it is. Yeah, so I went with Mercedes first because I think the Mercedes looks really cool. I like the colorway. Ferrari second, then Williams. The two blues on the Williams, chef's kiss. It looks really good. Then the McLaren papaya orange. I am a McLaren fan. I'm annoyed they kept the same one, but like I still like it, so that went there. V-Carb next, then Aston Martin. Although it's green, and green is one of my favorite colors. It did come down, fall down a little bit. Red Bull, It's Red Bull, it's fine as a livery. Then Steak, then Haas, and then Alpine. Yeah, that's my order. That's my order. The roast on the show were hilarious. Loved it. Yeah, like I thought Jack Whitehall did a good job. Like, it was funny listening to him roast everybody. Yeah, no one was safe. Thank you so much, Sean, for the Ko-fi subscription. I thoroughly appreciate that. Steak and now kick. Yeah. I especially like Gordon Ramsay's take on the swearing ban. Yeah, right. V-Cab was indeed beautiful, and the dark red on the Ferrari was amazing. The dark red earned me a lunch. There you go. And Mel. It earned both of us a lunch. Right, okay, so this is the plate and PCB assembly. Everything's looking good. We've missed out these two switches because it is a wing keyless board. It's now time to solder, which means it's time for you guys to ask any questions that you would like to ask. All you need to do is tag me with @jprototypist and ask any question about any topic you like. Can be anything at all. I will answer as openly and as honestly as I can, and I will give you the truth. Unless for some reason I can't legally tell you the truth, in which case I'll tell you I can't answer it. But yeah, no questions is too obtuse, no question is too unfair. You ask away, and I will answer any question you like on stream today. That rhymed. That rhymed. Yeah, all you need to do is just tag me with @jprototypist and ask a question while we're soldering. Okay. Audi from next year? Yes, correct. Audi from next year, right. Let's crack on with soldering. Everything's looking good. Everything's held together nicely, so we don't need to do any shenanigans pushing down a plate or PCB assembly here. I did find it funny seeing the F1 social accounts sharing the swearing ban comments from Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, it was good. Bazooka says, how many times did you talk to your wife while she was away? Do you mean like through text or social media, or do you mean actually physically on the phone? My wife was away from Sunday until Saturday, so 6 days. We spoke twice on the phone and every day by text. There wasn't a single day we didn't go by text. She was away on a work trip, so it wasn't like a personal one. You're using your answer as a baseline? Yeah. Of the UK cities you've visited over the years, what's your favourite aside from Leeds? Favourite cities in the UK? I've lived in a few places. So I lived in London for a little bit. I do not enjoy London much at all. I lived in Shoreditch for 3.5 years, 4 years. I lived in Birmingham for 6 months. That was okay. That was in central Birmingham, just on the canal. Cities I struggle with. Places are much easier. I'm a big fan of the Lake District. So let's say Ambleside. I know it's only a town or a village, not a city, but Ambleside is probably one of my favourite places in the UK. I just think it's lovely out there. Other places that I really like as cities are Bristol. I've spent a lot of time in Bristol, and Brighton as well. I think Brighton's fantastic. I spent 3 days down there with the wonderful Lottie and Tim last year, and I've been hoping to replicate that at some point soon because I just had a really, really good time. Where else do I like? I like Chester as well. I think Chester's got some great things going for it. Yeah, my least favourite city is going to be London. I'll tell you where I did like, actually. I really, really did like... oh gosh, what's the name of it? It's in Scotland now. I went there to see some suppliers back when I worked for Lloyd's. NPC, NCR. Sorry, NCR. Where are they based at? Dundee. I really liked Dundee. I couldn't remember the name of the city then for a while, but I really liked Dundee. Like, it was full of old Scottish architecture, and I don't know, it had a really nice nightlife, and I don't know, it was nice. Right, okay. Orsculane says, if money and talent was no object and you could just restart in New Game Plus mode, what career/life purpose would you love to pursue? Oh my god, dude, that's an impossible question to answer. If I could restart now, knowing everything I know currently, but not able to use it for any financial gain, what would I do? I'd probably still do change management because I love it. I genuinely do enjoy it to some extent, but I also think I'd like to have a sideline in creative writing. I've written some articles recently, some of which are on the website, and I find it incredibly cathartic in a way that I didn't realize I did. So I'd probably like to be some sort of writer, maybe like a newspaper columnist or something like that. Quite fun, I think. Yeah, those are the things but I'd probably still want to work in change management of some sort. Something projecty. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's just because that's what I know. I don't know. Voidmane says, do you think that the sound of magnetic switches will improve at some point? They feel great, but they sound, well, atrocious. So I think the issue here is that they're actually mostly empty space, and there's a lot of mechanism that we have in traditional mechanical switches that's just missing. So I think we'd need to change the switch and insert almost like I'd almost want to put like a weight inside them in some ways, just to kind of make them sound fuller. But I don't think that some of the HE switches sound bad. The Geon Raws, for example, sound pretty good. So do the Knights. Yeah, I think we need to change how the housing is and make the housing thicker or have some sort of additional weight to it. Or maybe some additional sections in there. Perhaps I should send some ideas over to some of the switch manufacturers. Bristol is Bristol. Yeah. Does pineapple belong on a pizza? Icy Prisoner, yes, pineapple belongs on a pizza. I don't care who says it doesn't. Sweet and sour foods have gone together since time immemorial. It's something we've been doing as humans for a long time, putting sweet and sour things together. And absolutely, I think the sweetness and acidity of pineapple is something that should be on a pizza or should be available on a pizza. You know, the Chinese have been doing sweet and sour dishes for thousands and thousands of years. And we've always done it here in the UK as well with things like horseradish sauce and fish and chips, and people put mustard and ketchup together, and it's the same idea. It is literally the same idea. Sweet and sour together, or sweet and bitter together, brings out those umami flavors, makes meat taste really good. And yeah, I think it's absolutely something we should keep doing. I'm not a purist when it comes to those types of things. No one likes London. Yeah, I enjoy visiting London. I would rather not live there. I mean, that's fair. I live in London. I don't enjoy it either. I used to live in Liverpool. It was lovely. Felt like a large town. Yeah. I'm making a pattern with switches in the boxes, or are they alphabetical by year and brand name? Wait, what? Sean, I'm not sure I understand that. Are you making a pattern with the switches in the boxes, or are they alphabetical by year and brand name? Those are keycaps. Not switches over there. That's all the different keycap sets that I own. Like my personal collection. Which if someone wants to buy my personal collection and has got 15 grand they want to spend, let me know. Hit me up. I could use the money. Dundee, yeah. NCR Dundee, it was Dundee, yeah. Change management, literally I joined an incident Friday, cited off my evidence and told a team to do something and ask questions. I miss having change management. Yeah, so many teams just fire shit into the moments. Yeah, I think it might be just because it's what I know and it's what I enjoy. Maybe there is a million things out there I'd prefer to do, I just don't know about them. I tell you one thing I wouldn't do. If I could go back in time and have the choice of doing Protypist again or not, as much as I love what I do and as much as it's been a massive opportunity and I'm thankful I did it, I wouldn't do it again. I just wouldn't. Okay. Production is just the test environment, dude. Please. Pineapple on pizza. It's not about the pineapple on the pizza, though, is it, Alvi? It's about that whole sweet and sour taste thing. It's about what tastes good together. If you are telling me you've never had, a hot dog with ketchup and mustard on, then you're a hypocrite in my view. Or if you've ever had a brown sauce on a sandwich or fruity sauce on a sandwich, it's the same sort of thing. Or Chinese sweet and sour, or if you've ever had fish and then squirted some acidic lime juice all over it, or lemon juice, right? It's the same sort of thing. We as a taste, humans like that whole sweet and sour and salty all together kind of thing. So it's why we put salt and vinegar on fish and chips. It's the whole same thing. So pineapple on a pizza, yeah, why not? I like egg on a pizza as well, but you might tell me I'm wrong for that. Who knows? Prod his second UAT environment. Yeah, right. The PT open day on my first time out of London since I came here. Can't wait. Nice, man. Nice. I find all the terminology being used around the category of non-mechanical keyboards very confusing. I think the issue is there is no good definition I've seen in the past 10 years that truly encapsulates what a mechanical keyboard is. If anyone can come up with it, maybe we should do a competition for it where someone can come up with definitions of what a mechanical keyboard is, because I've never seen a good one. I've never seen a good one. If it tests good in prod, you know it'll be fine in prod, probably. Until it's not, right? Until it's not. Thank you for the posture check, John. I appreciate that. I've heard the word analog used. There was another 2 terms I've heard about. Yeah. I do think that the argument behind it makes sense, but I did try it with pizza to make sure I wasn't just judging blindly. It was disgusting. Sweet and sour go together, but warm pineapple has the consistency of chunky vomit. Pineapple and pizza is banging. Yeah. Australian burger with a lot. Beef patty, tomato, lettuce, beetroot, ketchup, egg, pineapple. It's good. Dude, that sounds phenomenal. That sounds phenomenal. That sounds really good. Green pepper is the best topping on a pizza. I don't like peppers on a pizza. I love peppers. I don't like peppers on a pizza. I just find that they just make that area of the pizza taste a bit watery. So I don't like peppers on a pizza, but I do like spinach or rocket on a pizza. I do like an egg on a pizza. Yeah, like there's all sorts of good things. The thing is, I wouldn't yuck someone else's yum. If it tastes good, it tastes good. That's it, right? That's all it comes down to. Do you enjoy the taste? Yes, great. No, fantastic. That's fine. You don't have to have that again. You have what you like instead. So, yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer when it comes to food sometimes. I came to seem to pineapple and pizza lovers. I'd rather get politics. Keep the moist vegetables off pizza. Yeah. I mean, it depends on the vegetable, but yeah. There's definitely worse things than pineapple on a pizza. Like, I've seen kiwi on a pizza before. That I don't get. That I don't get. It's like some people put apple in a salad, right? Great for them. Fantastic. If they enjoy it, they enjoy it. Good for them. I'm not going to yuck their yum. Okay, there we go. Do you have a YouTube channel where you upload the Twitch VODs? Yeah, just type Prototypist Keyboards into YouTube, and they'll all be displayed there. I don't really promote it or anything. It's much more for archival stuff. Potatoes on a pizza, never tried it. Never heard of egg on a pizza. You crack a raw egg into the center of the pizza and then cook it in the oven. Comes out great. How's Workshop Doggo? Yeah, she's doing well. She was here most of last week while my wife was away, but now my wife's back. She won't be here at the workshop, but she was on a couple of Insta stories I think last week. Twitch is messing with the upload retention? Yeah, I did see that, yeah. French love a good egg on the pizza? Yeah. In this world, there are only 2 opinions, mine and wrong. Yeah. Nicest pizza I ever had was white pizza with gorgonzola and pear. That sounds alright, that sounds good. Chocolate pizza? Maybe not, that might be too sweet for me. I don't have a particular sweet tooth. I was brought up with eggs cracked on pizzas, very big in Turkey. Yeah, I love an egg on a pizza. Getting annihilated by 12-year-olds on Valorant. Nice. Have you started looking for new promises yet? Nimble Machine, sort of, is the real answer to that. So for those of you who don't know, the workshop where we are currently, the lease ends on the 1st of November this year. I have to choose pretty soon, like by the end of next month, whether we stay for another 3 years or whether we cancel the contract and look for another workshop. There's a couple of options for that. Either the company rents somewhere and we find another workshop to move into. There is opportunity to put some containers on some land that a friend owns locally and create a workshop from containers. Or alternatively, the third option might be my wife and I are looking at moving house this year. If we can buy somewhere that has like a barn with it or land that I can build a barn on, we could move the company into the barn. The question is, can any of those happen and be complete before the 1st of October? So we've got 4 months to move out of the premises. Sorry, 4 weeks to move out of the premises, because we're going to need a long time to move all of the stock. The realistic answer is all of those are still in play. I have no idea where that's going to land. My wife and I are going to start looking at houses in the next week or two. I still need to have a chat with some mortgage advisors, because technically I don't earn anything on paper, or very, very little. So I need to figure out what that looks like and what the opportunity is there. There's also potential changes for me with work and things going forward as well. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. That's all kind of up in the air. So the answer is I don't know. I mean, the fourth option is we just re-sign the lease for another 3 years, and I put the decision off for 3 years, and we figure out in 3 years' time. The issue is, I think that the landlord is going to want to put the rent up, and it's already $5,000 a month plus VAT. So it's stupidly expensive to be here in these premises already. So we have to make $5,000 in profit plus VAT just to have the place here. That's before we even turn the lights on, because then we've got utilities to pay for here. We have business rates. That's £800 a month to the council for business rates. The electricity bill here is about £400 a month. So I mean, realistically, you need 10 grand just to cover that, plus 10 grand to cover the wage bill and pension schemes and everything else. So you need 20 grand's worth of sales for in-stock stuff that's profit before you even make any other money. Before you even, and that's just the start of it. Like that's where we are. So it depends on what the landlord would put the rent up by and how much. Whether that takes that option off the table or not, I'll find that out at the end of March, and then I'll have a few weeks to make a decision. I don't know. Like it's a big thing. I really don't know where that's going to fall and what's going to happen there. I really don't know. So yeah. So yeah, we'll see. What's the plan behind collecting orders on the open day? Would that include the next container orders? So JQ UK, if you make an order that you want to collect on the open day, just order it as for collection. And then as long as it's here, we'll give it to you. The stuff that's in the next container that's arriving it gets to port on the 5th of March. There is a chance that we won't even receive that until after the open day. So I would suggest that you are probably not going to get anything off of that container on the open day. You are more than welcome to send us an email if you are 100% coming along and say, these are the order numbers. If it's possible, I will make it happen. If it's not possible, we won't. And it'll just ship out a few days later anyway. So yeah. So we'll see. Planning permission for a barn before October? I don't think so. So it depends on what type of barn we build, whether we need planning permission for it. So there are certain, we're looking at land in the countryside or a house in the countryside is what we're looking for. An old farmhouse is what I want. The ones that we have on a short list to go look at already have barns with them, so that would be great and ideal. The other ones that we've looked at have land and space to build a barn, and because of where we are, planning permission should be very quick and easy to get for an agricultural style building. Once we've got the building up, we can put whatever we want in it. So it should be relatively easy where we're looking for to get planning permission. And in a lot of cases for those agricultural style buildings, you can apply for retrospective planning permission as well. So you don't have to get the permission beforehand because it's an agricultural style building, and we will need it for that if we buy the type of house we want, because we'll need like the ride-on mower for the gardens and whatever else, and some of the other houses we've been looking at have had orchards and things like that, so we'll need tools and space for all of that as well. So having like an agricultural barn shouldn't be too much of a difficulty for us. It's certainly an option and opportunity we've been talking to estate agents about, and you can, certainly in the areas we're looking to buy, you can apply for retrospective planning permission and it's rarely declined. So we'll see. Don't you get the VAT refunded if you're VAT registered? No, that is not how VAT works. So VAT is a value added tax. Right, so what that means is it means every stage of production, when any new service or anything happens to it. So let's say you're making a product. Let's say you're making a screwdriver. You make the screwdriver. China charge you a price for the screwdriver. Let's say it's $10 to make the screwdriver. You then ship it to the UK. On import to the UK, you have to pay import duties on the screwdriver based on $10 plus the cost of shipping, because that was a service added to it. Let's say the shipping costs $5. So you're talking 15 units overall in cost. So you have to pay 20% of that value added on to the cost of the item as value-added tax. So it's cost you 15 so far. 20% of that will be another £3, so it's now cost you £18. You then sell it for £20 plus VAT, which means you're selling it for £24, and you have to add the VAT onto that from the difference between what you've already paid, the £3, against the increase in VAT. So you don't claim it back, but you offset one against the other. Reality means that you pay 20% of all of your sale price in total, and you can just offset one against the other, but all of that still has to go to the government. Like, it's not money that goes into my back pocket or the company's back pocket. It still all goes to the government. You're just increasing the value of the VAT each step. If that didn't make sense, let me know, and I'll try and cover it again. But that's broadly how it works. But you don't claim it back. You just offset it against your bill. You say, okay, well, I've already paid, £1,000 of VAT on this product for it to be produced. We're now selling it, so we can offset that £1,000 against the sales item. So it's not as easy as that. Our VAT bill is like, 100 grand a quarter. It's like probably $500,000 a year, something like that. What soldering iron do you use? I use this is, oh god, what's it called now? I used to use a TS100, which I prefer. This is a pine sil. It's fine, it's okay, it's not as good as the TS100 in my opinion. You can only claim back if you're VAT registered and sell zero rated goods. Yes, that's true. Everything else is offset, yeah. So there are some items that are VAT free, such as the coffee we sell through Jay's Roastery. Coffee is VAT zero rated, so there is no VAT on that. And if we have to pay VAT as part of the production of the coffee, which we don't, but if we did, we'd be able to claim that back. So, yeah. Right, okay, so we've now built the board. Everything is soldered together nicely. It's all looking rather smart. It's time to put the board back together. So, first things first, let's install the plate and PCB into the top case. And we're going to screw this back. Joining my father's honey business to claim VAT back. I wish he could claim VAT back. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. What happened to my TS100? After 5 years of usage, it's not here. The housing cracked. So where the USB port is on the back, it's very similar to this. There was a crack across here, and it came round, and the plastic came out. That was after 5 years of usage, and probably over 3,000 or 4,000 keyboards soldered with it. Yeah. It just cracked. You can get replacement cases for them, but I figured if I was buying a replacement case after that amount of time, I might as well just have a new soldering iron. Given all the amazing colorways we see of the JO2 in Discord, do you think it's the most customized custom keyboard? Shout out to you for providing us with raw units and James for his Cerakoting skills. I don't think so. I think there's probably more custom Kahakus and things like that out there. I'm aware of about 50 custom JO2s, something like that. So yeah, I wish we could reclaim all the VAT we paid. Like, that would be amazing, because like I'd have an extra $500,000 a year to play with. Like, that would be phenomenal. Yeah, but unfortunately that's not how VAT works. I wish it were. Right, okay, so the case, the top plate is now reinstalled back into the case, and now it's time to assemble the JST connector and header. So what we're going to do is we're just going to gently lift that out of the groove. We're going to connect the JST cable into the PCB, just like so. That's going to be nice. We're going to lay the cable back down in its channel, and as we're doing that, we're going to bring the top case and the bottom case together. We're going to flip that over, and then we can install the screws. Now, I think we need the short ones for the Toblerone, I think. That's those four, and then these are the case screws. You'd say it was worth it. I mean, the soldering iron when I bought the TS100, it was probably about 60 or 70 pounds. So like the cost per board soldered is like less than a tenth of a penny, I would imagine. Nice bottom you have there. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I did see a rather nice bottom the other day. Yeah, you've got me now dreaming of being able to claim all of my VAT back. Man, that would be cool. The Neo 60 and 65 CU, the prototypes are on the way to me, so they should arrive this week. And we'll be doing a build stream next week. And I think Harry's requested to be able to take some pictures of those as well, which I'll pay him for in due course. So yeah. Yeah, I think they're due for delivery actually tomorrow or Tuesday, something like that. They're not far away. Okay, we're going to pop the Toblerone weight back in place. Just like so. Why does it not want to sit nicely? Go. There we go. Let's just get the fingerprints slightly polished off there. There we go. So there we go. The Moonstone Grey Mini S2000, or S2000 Mini. All now assembled. So next job is to make sure it works. So let's grab switch hitter. There we go. You guys should be able to see that on stream. Let's change this over to ANSI and let's give it a test. We get the noise. The noise is good. Let's see if the keys work. Top row looking good. That looking good. Caps lock's working. Okay. 2 keys not working there. Could be a me issue. I may not have soldered them. I'll have a look in a second. Okay, so that should be FN. Might just need coding. Okay, did I just not solder those 2 keys? Let's, looks like we're gonna have to take this apart very briefly and check that. Sounds nice, capless. Lazy Keiko, hey man, good to see you, dude. Thanks for being here. Let's see if I've just forgotten to solder those 2 switches. I suspect that's what the case is here. I suspect I've just forgotten to solder it, but we'll double check. If it's something more sinister, we'll have to have a look at that and see if we can fix it. You like the simple but smooth side profile? It's a nice board. I don't think it's something I'd ever design, but it's a nice board. It's a nice design. Gently lift this apart and see if we can disconnect the JST. And let's see if we did just forget to solder those 2 keys. And we did. I can see already. We just forgot to solder those 2 keys. No solder here or here. Let's fix that now very quickly. Quick fix? Yeah. Don't know how I missed them. I was probably just concentrating on getting the alphas done and answering you guys' questions. There we go. Nice easy problem to fix.
Tasty.
Thank you so much, whoever that was. Mr. Junko, thank you so much for the Ko-fi sub. I really appreciate you, my dude. Okay. This should now work all nice and well, so we'll see. Chat's fault, of course. Absolutely, Jenga. Absolutely. Got to blame someone. Seven ads. God, dude, like I so hate the ad system on Twitch. I hate it so much. I mean, the secret answer is to subscribe, right? Because then you don't get the ads, but and you also get to join the SPC that way as well. But yeah, ads, like, it's turned down to the least number of ads I can possibly have as well. Like it's set to the fewest number of ads possible, and it's still like that. One more subscriber needed for the SPC goal. Yeah. If you don't put some Cherry Vintage keycaps on this, I'm going to riot. So Cherry Vintage is not actually one of the choices here. So yeah. Be the change you want to see in the world. Well, sure. That's alright for some things. Is 99% before the sub? Should be 100%. It depends, because it's based on... So the way that Ko-fi works is actually based on a value amount. So that sub might not have been enough to take it over to the 100%, depending on how much it was for. So, yeah. Thank you, the Rat King, for the Prime sub. Thoroughly appreciate it.
Tasty.
That is very tasty. If you were to return to IT, do you think you'd go back to finance and insurance? I've never worked in insurance. Never worked in insurance. Would I go back to finance? Probably not. I think if I was going to go back to something, and Mr. Killane knows exactly what I'm talking about here. I'd want to do something that makes a difference. I'd want to do something that's not just putting money in fat cats' pockets. I'd want to work on projects that had real, tangible changes to community, population, opportunity, those kind of things. I would want to do something that actually generated a positive change, whether that be on a local scale, a national scale, or something like that. It would need to have some sort of feel-good factor for me. I couldn't just go back to corporate grindstone stuff. So yeah, so that's the honest answer. That's the honest answer. Who would work in insurance by choice? Yeah, I think it's a difficult one, because it's difficult for me to talk about this right now. But yeah, it would have to be something that had a real opportunity to make tangible change to people's lives. I don't want to do something that's just going to be generating revenue for, you know, stakeholders. That's like a you know, generating cash for shareholders and things like that. That's not what I want to get involved in. And that kind of change, you know, I don't agree with. Maybe something that's in the regulatory space, that could be something I'm interested in. Maybe, like, it'd have to depend on what it would be. You know, like some of the bank, if it was to be financed, it'd have to be something like a new standard was being introduced, like when faster payments got introduced. It'd have to be something like that for the UK, or when Apple Pay came in, or something like that. Something that's kind of like nationwide across all banks, or when they had to bring in, you know, the same day switching for current accounts. But it would be from a Bank of England perspective, rather than, like, it would be engendering the change rather than necessarily delivering the change, if that makes sense, from an individual bank perspective. Or it would have to be something completely separate. Yeah, I have some answers to this. I'm not ready to share on stream. Reed is the honest answer to this. Like, I just can't discuss it right now. But yeah, I would like to do something that has meaningful impact and shares my skills and experience in a way that benefits people. That's what I want to do. Yeah, I hope that helps. Right, any childhood video games you want to go back to just to play for nostalgia, and what video games you may remember every now and again but can't remember the name of. So Keeper, I am actually replaying through Final Fantasy VII, the original version. I'm playing through that at the moment. I'm about 15 hours in. I've just left Midgar and done the first couple of bits of the map after that. I haven't played it for a couple of weeks. I need to get back into it, but yeah. There's a ton of games that I actually used to love. The Abe's Exodus trilogy, I keep meaning to play through that. And there was one game back on Mega Drive where you played like it was some sort of like ancient Greek style game, and you had to move certain blocks, and you walked around like a brick environment to try and unlock levels and stuff. I have no idea what that was called, but I do remember that and wanting to play that. So yeah, we'll see. Right. Oh, there's loads more questions. Let's catch through these. J for MP. I do not want to be an MP. No, I'd be terrible in government. Is there a way to integrate Twitch to Shopify so that people who sub will get a certain % discount? I just thought, yeah. So subs get access to the SPC. If you want to know what SPC stands for, you'll have to subscribe. The SPC, once you join it and you have a sub, you will automatically find, whether you join through Ko-fi or through Twitch, you'll find that there's a different channel in Discord. And in that Discord, there is a way for you to link your Twitch stroke Ko-fi sub to your Discord account and to your Shopify account. There's a form you could fill out, and that all happens automatically in the back end. That's pinned in the SPC chat. And then whenever we do any SPC discounts, those automatically apply to anyone in the SPC with that tag on their account. So yeah, so there you go. The Bank of England recruit for CIO every so often. Tricky role. Yeah, like, I feel I could do well, but I don't know. We'll see. I work with the homeless and alcohol and drug addicted. Now I'm able to help others. Nice, man. Nice. It wasn't a Hercules, but it was that style of thing. Dynamics, yeah. Portable emulators are a great way to chip away at your retro favorites. Yes, I have a few. Yes. Is it just Ko-fi, not Twitch? It's both. No, it was on... I want to say the game was on Mega Drive, and you had like a helmet. It was a little bit like Achilles from the Brad Pitt film, from Troy. It was that kind of headdress type thing that you had on, and you had like throwing knives or something. I haven't played it for 25, 30 years, so I don't know. Right, okay, so the board is now built, it's all assembled. The next thing we need to do is pick some keycaps for the board. In fact, actually, no, we don't. We need to test it works. So let's get Switch Hitter up. We need to check that the Enter key works, and so does the Quote key. So, yeah, and yeah, okay, cool. So let's just test everything else because we're here. Okay, that's looking good. Yeah, okay, that's looking good. Okay, caps lock's working. Yeah, okay, shift. Yeah. Yeah, that was soldered. I checked it. So we know that FN's working. It just needs coding in. Cool, perfect. Everything now works. Excelente, muy bien. Okay. Right, so now we know that the board works, it's time for you guys to pick some keycaps for the build. So, if a moderator is ready to do the thing, I have some choices. We have first up GMK Hanok, which is kind of like browns and beiges, which should fit this board quite well. GMK Hanok. We also have GMK November Fog, greens and browns, which again should fit quite well. We have MT New Dolch, again, browns, fit the browns. We have GMK Dolch, so we can go BAE. If you want to see BAE instead of this, we can go Dolch for GMK. Or finally, we have GMK Chocolatier. So those are your choices. You've got Hanok, November Fog, Dolch, well, MT New Dolch or GMK Dolch, and Chocolatier. Those are the choices. So which keycaps? The poll is up. Let us know what you would like to see. Oracle of Runes, Gods, Populous. It's not Populous. I've played that recently. I don't think it's Oracle of Runes. Gods sounds right. Let me have a look at this. Mega Drive. Gods. Let's have a look at Sega Retro. That is the game. It is Gods, yeah, by the Bitmap Brothers. That is absolutely the game. Oh man. Yeah, just looking at some images of that. Yes, great shout, JQ. It is Gods. Yeah, I'm just looking at some gameplay screenshots here. 100% this is game, yeah. Man, that was a cool game.
Tasty, tasty.
Calgary, thank you so much for the sub, man. I appreciate that. MC New will look great. Yeah. GMK Dolch with a little alt-gur, maybe. I don't have my alt-gur to hand that over on another project, which I can't show on stream at the minute. Is MT3 a profile that comes about much anymore? I only own one MT3 set. I don't enjoy using it. Remember, Gods is a platformer on the Amiga. I remember playing it on the Mega Drive. It may have been on the Amiga as well. We split the Dolch vote. It looks like Chocolatier is winning right now. Back in those days, games released on everything with 12 different versions. Wild West. Yeah, yeah. Some versions were entirely unrelated. Yeah, some games had the same name as well. It was bizarre. Yeah, it's definitely... It does say it was actually for the Atari ST and the Sega Mega Drive. I remember playing it on the Mega Drive, so... Yeah, it was a good game. I'll have to see if I can find it and put it on my retro handheld. That'd be cool. Whereas MT New 800. Dude, I sold my personal set. I think I sold my personal set to you, didn't I? I'm sure that you got my personal set. So yeah, November Fog, so cute. Yeah. November Fog is a cute set. It's really old now. Really old. Okay. I think Chocolatier is going to win this quite handily. I'm just going to take a quick comfort break, guys, while you pick the keycaps. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I am back. What did we pick? What set was one? I'm not sure if I can see the poll. Can I see the poll? I can view the results. So GMK Chocolatier has won. Okay, nice. Nice. Let's put the keycaps on the board. Let me zoom in a touch. Chocolatier won. Yeah. Oh, so many keycaps. Hammer Brother, hey man, thank you so much for being here. Oh, you bought in extras? Nice. Right, okay. Let's get this board assembled. Right, so no ANSI. I am going to put the golden ticket enter on here, I think, just to spice it up a little bit. No blue, because I think the blue would wash it out a little bit too much. We're going to miss the blue, but we will use this spacebar. I think that shift's too long, so and we'll use the escape as well. Why not? Get rid of the blue. Chocolate caps for chocolate switches. Yeah, high risk matching keycap and board color. Will they clash? I think it'll work all right. Browns tend to go well together, I think. Do you think this would be allowed again now? Like if you tried to bring this key set back, do you think you'd be able to do that anymore? Probably not. Okay. I will put the one keycap on here actually. We'll probably put two on if we can find it. This set does have UK, so in base as well. Thank you, Borange, for the Ko-fi. I thoroughly appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for being part of the SPC. New members, guys. Yeah, we should go for alpha colored there. I was debating how we were going to do that then. FN key. Don't need either of those. Do need that shift key. Those. I'm sure manufacturing in China would sort you out. Wonka? I think you mean Wenko. Maybe. I'm going to put a code key on this side, just because I like the code key. We don't want to use UK, so no, because it's ANSI. ANSI. VP and M. There we go. He's planning to rerun this. Yeah, I know. I was just making a joke about that. KKB managed to get away with a Jensen set recently, which wasn't a 50 set limit. So the thing is that GMK actually makes designers and vendors indemnify them against any potential fallout from IP correspondence. So Milky Way may not do that. In fact, they don't do that. It's just easier to tell you that they don't, because they don't. So there are fewer clashes with IP if you have things produced in China, whereas if you have things produced in Germany, you have to be able to comply with the law a little bit better. That's all it comes down to. I haven't found stepped caps lock yet. Does this set not have a stepped caps lock? It does. There it is. Phew. I was a little bit worried there for a second. Okay. There we go. Almost there now. It's looking good. Am I missing the minus key? Have I put that back in the tub already? I think I must have. I must have put the minus key back in the tub already by mistake. Slightly frustrating, but hey, it is what it is. I don't put any of these keys. No, it's not anything bigger than 1 U, so we can get rid of all of these. Maybe this set just didn't have that key. There it is. I had put it back in to the tub, so there we go. I don't normally like brown. This is not making me unhappy though. Interesting. Genshin allows people to do this stuff. Yeah. The process took so long with Cosmos. Yeah, yeah. They do, but they have a set limit, which is 50. GMK Coco Go was 50 sets only. Yeah, I mean, that's a Genshin thing rather than a GMK thing. I spent ages holding keycaps up to the light to try and see the non-sparkle bit. Nice. It's un-ISO, unfortunately. I mean, that's just par for the course with this board, unfortunately. IP in China, what's that? The only IP instead is an internet protocol. Maybe, maybe. Looks snazzy. Thanks, man. Where would you put the cursor keys on a 60 FN plus diamond nav like HHKB? So I tend to use HJKL usually for cursor keys or WASD. It really depends. I see it in the middle. Yeah. Chocolatier looks quite lovely, I gotta say. Yeah, it's a great set, but look how nice this came out. This came out really, really nice. I think the set works really well. Unfortunately, the set won't come with the board, whoever wins the board, but we are going to have a winner for this board today. Should we see what she sounds like? Color combo is beautiful. Thanks. It looks good, I think. Let's pause the music and see how she sounds. So this is the S2000 Mini with factory lubed caramel chocolate switches and GMK keycaps on a top mount alu plate. Yeah, we're going to give this away today, Niku, yeah. It's a very clacky, loud build, but it's pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool. Okay, so should we give a $500 keyboard away? Should we play some marbles for it? How does that sound? Sound good? Let me load up marbles. Let me load up marbles. As I say, you'll get the board. You just won't get the keycaps. You get everything apart from the keycaps. It'll come as you saw earlier on. Let's load up Steam. And where is marbles? Okay, it's updating. It's going to take a minute before I can load marbles, guys. Top mount sound? Yeah, I do like top mount. I do like top mount. Your accountant is going to be pissed. Yeah. You lost your marbles. It's because it needs an update. So there we go. I had to wait for it to do an update, but it is now loading. Okay. Whoops. Let's just move me back up here. Okay, I'm not quite sure why you can't see marbles at the moment. Give me a second. There we go. Let's make it full screen so you can actually see the whole thing. This is because we had Balatra on the other week. That's why. Right. Okay. So let's do a Grand Prix. We'll do the winner over 3 races. How this is going to work is the winner of the keyboard, the person who's going to get the keyboard, is going to get the most points across 3 races. Okay. So we're going to do 3 races in full from start to finish. It doesn't matter if you win race 1, race 2, or race 3. It's how many points you get across all 3 races. So to give yourself the best chance, you want to be in all 3 races, and we're just going to select 3 random maps. I'm just going to click on them at random, and we'll see how they go. Those are the 3 we're going to do. We're going to play Gardens of Doom, then Fascinating Singing Stream, and then Adorable Leaping Swamp. Going to fix your DRS flap open. Nice. Okay. So how this works is you're going to type into chat in a moment, !play. That will put you into the race. You can copy what I've done just there. !play will put you in. You need to be in all 3 races to get the best chance of winning. Someone has a unique intro there, and whoever wins is gonna get the Honda S2000 Mini. So that's what we're gonna ship out to you. You'll get the board as it comes. Welcome, sir, whoever that was joining the race. So yeah, right, I'm going to hit start now because we've got 109 people in the race. So let's see how this goes. Got 10 seconds to join if you want to join, guys. !play gets you in there. 3 races. The most points across 3 races will win the keyboard. Let's see how it goes. We're all racing down into the big column here. Let's see who's in the lead. It looks like Average Joe is in the lead right now. I'm maybe in 4th or 5th place. But as we come down into the next series of obstacles, it can go in 2 ways. There's going to be a big split. So let's see who's the first person down. Darmok looks like they're in the lead right now. Maybe Superhands is towards the back with Mr. Gimp. All still to play for. Long way to go on this map, so still a long way to go. But it looks like Darmok is going to be the first one out. He gets through and goes round to the right-hand side. Push JP is coming round. Everyone's going round to the same side at the moment. Dead Pirate's there as well. Skimson takes a second route. I'm ADM going round that side as well, and Motion 1. Let's see who makes it all the way down into this pot here first. But it looks like Dread Pirate Reg is probably the lead at that side. I'm ADM the lead on the other side. Long way to go until they make it up to the central pot here. Shy Codpiece is down and has died. I'm ADM has the lead at that side, but Dread Pirate is coming up on this side. Toasty Baps is there as well, so is Darmok and Oxy. Captain Reed's there as well. Mr. Potter is just coming around the back, but Superhands is in very last place right now. Lots to race for here. Oxy dropping down the map and skipping half of the map there. I'm not too far behind. I'm in 2nd place. Maybe I'm going to win it here. Oxy is taking a big lead. Oldster has fallen off the map. Conan is coming through, though. I'm jumping all over the map. It looks like Conan is now in 2nd place. Skimson is there as well, so he's just BMT and Matt Black's coming through. Jenga, Point and B right up at the top with Darmok as well. Darmok has gone from the lead right to the back now. Oxy is there too. Still a little bit to play for, but it looks like Kaz has just died. I'm ADM might be the winner of the first round if he makes it into the correct groove here. But he looks to be stuck. He looks to be stuck on the bottom side here. Still a long way to go. Cyber Sam is coming through. No, I'm ADM is down. Cyber Sam now has the lead. He's also stuck. Ben Exton B is coming through. The Rat King's there as well. Frame's there too. No one's coming down on the top route here at the moment, which is probably the fastest way. No Face 3D and Jellymaster now take the lead. Jellymaster storms through. Might be Jellymaster taking the win here. Jellymaster takes first place. Trueblaze takes second. Sirachi Man takes third. Bosch takes fourth. Oxy takes sixth. John takes seventh. Ben takes eighth. Angry Swan takes ninth. And Conan takes 10th. Apologies, I can't read the Korean for fifth, but you do take fifth place. Let's see who's at the back still. It looks like Kargria and Neodoid are up here at the back, raiding out the last few places. 2 more races to go until we see who is going to be the winner. Yeah, it can all change in a fraction of a second. Can these races? It looks like Arukai is now going to be the last person through. Everyone else is just about completed. So there we go. Mod supremacy. Arukai just rounding out the top. There we go. So it doesn't matter who wins race 1. Jellymaster did get the most points there, but it is going to be who wins the races overall. So the most points across all 3 races. So let's see how we go. Exclamation mark play, guys, will put you into the second race. Everyone's going to start at the top of the Tower of Terror. As soon as there's 105 people, I'm going to hit start. So you guys want to join as soon as you can. As soon as that timer says 105 people, I'm going to hit start. Right, it's gone. Right, okay, I'm going to hit start now. Got to be in it to win it, guys. Got to be in it to win it. Okay, 5 seconds to go. Long map. Off we go. Let's see who makes it down to the bottom of the tower first. A long way still to go. It looks like Super Hands has taken an early lead, and Beeperphone is there as well. True Blaze is coming round. Icy Prisoner's there too. Super Hands still just about has the lead, I think. Rosine is just behind. No Face 3D is just behind that as well. Long way to go to the end, so it's still all to play for. Let's see who makes it through here first and comes down the tube. Let's see who's going to be the first person. Everyone's kind of coalescing into one mass now. Still all to play for. Miniatur's probably in the last place though. No, Dread Pirate Reg is there. Looks like Icy Prisoner and Motion and Makey's Mercury and Lex are coming through in first place. Motion storming ahead there. Icy Prisoner falling back a little bit as we come through to the spiral here. Motion's still in the lead, but only just. Lots of people chasing after them. Let's see how it comes through. Alkina Flop and Dread Pirate is right at the very back now. Motion is still in the lead. Alex is there as well. Jellymaster is... Oh, Jellymaster's going to stand a really good chance of winning here. He's in the top 10 again. Mod Musings is coming through. So is Dynamics. Alkino Flop is there as well. So is Beelum. Dead Pirate is right at the very back. Oh, people flying up in the air. Framed is about to die. I think he's right on the outside. No, Framed over the top of the obstacle. Still managed to keep the lead there. Average Joe's coming through as well. Stereo GER isn't too far behind as well. Miniatures is now speeding up and making plenty of space. So is Dematech. Jellymaster has fallen back a little bit, but that's okay. Still a long way to go. Icy Prisoner has just fallen off the map. No, all that moves and still died. WF Brown is also down. Super Hands is also down. Framed now has the lead as they come down the big ramp. Your Average Joe is there as well. Another series of obstacles after this though to go through, so long way still to go. Anyone's race still. Gouty's coming down as well. Motion is there. Jellymaster, I'm catching up to Jellymaster in the middle by the looks of it. Zora and Clownfish and also right at the very back though. Conan, it looks like they're down and out. Gouty's staying up. Still Ducky MX is there as well, but Framed and Average Joe taking the lead. Dematech is there as well, so am I, right in the middle. I've overtaken 2 mods now. Jellymaster's catching up though. He's making some good moves there in the middle of the pack. Duodod and Alkina Flop are there. Real Quack is in the middle of the pack. Oldster right at the very end. Let's catch up with the front runners and see how they're doing. Motion still just has the lead here, but Framed is not too far behind. Existentially Yours is there as well. D Woodfork is coming through. So is Stereo GR. Free Juiced is making some moves and about to overtake Existentially Yours as well here. Motion is on a real speed away here. maybe taking some big jumps towards the end, but there's still another few obstacles. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out. We'll see when we get there, but big lead now from Motion 1. Framed is not too far behind though. Jellymaster's catching back up. He's overtaken myself and Demotex, and he's back into maybe the top 15 now, aiming for those points, aiming to make it a win. Motion got blown back by the bombs. Framed got blown back by the bombs. Free Juiced is now our leader, taking a big run up there. Existentially Yours and Sean Wen is there. D Woodfuck is there too. Oh no, they're getting blasted back. Jellymaster is catching up. Lots of people he's overtaking here, so it's still a long way to go, but Jellymaster's looking in some good strengths here. Stereo GER is there. Framed and Free Juice are probably, so Free Juice is probably just about in the lead, and we're going to race around the back here to the finish line. Let's see what order we're going to get people finishing in. I think Free Juice is going to take the win. I think just... No. Free Juice gets the win. Stereo GR, Existentially Yours, Chaos 23, Zosco, Redhound, Jellymaster, Exists, Motion, and Storesness round out our top 10. Wow. All still to play for, but it looks like Jellymaster's done really well this time around. Wow. Okay. Okay. What a race. What a race. This map is brutal. Yeah. What is the Fast and Furious going on? We're playing marbles, dynamics. Super Hands is not Diamond Hands. No, he's not Diamond Hands. You want a brown keep? You can buy a brown keep. Marbles is so fun. I love marbles. It's great. Jelly nailed on for a win, surely. I don't know, man. Don't know. It's all still to play for. I can see you commentating F1 for a career. I'd love to do that, dude. I would love to have a race where I could commentate on. Even if it was just like 15 minutes or something, I'd love to do it. I prefer common gambling. This is pretty cool and free. Yeah, Oldster rounding out the pack there. He managed to make it in the end, right at the very end. Cool. Okay, so next map. Let's see how we are doing. Adorable Leaping Swamp. This is the next one. It's going to be !play to put yourselves in the race, guys. You can see I'm already in there. Everyone else can now join. Oh god, look at this map. Oh my god. As soon as 105 people are in, I'm going to hit the start button, so please make sure you're in. There we go. We're just over 105. I'm hitting the button. You've got 10 seconds to go. Okay, off we go. Here we go to the races. Let's see how this one pans out. Big run up here into the first obstacle, the rolling ball of doom. Let's see who makes it first. It looks like Keep Keeper is in there first. Everyone else is not too far behind. We'll see who comes out first though. It is Daniel Soderstrom and SD Vina, Simtrol and Storesness are just behind. Jellymaster is again in the top 10 here, I think, just about. Demotex is coming up as well. Has Demotex fallen off? Demotex has died. Demotex is down. I'm there in the middle of the pack. Lots of people at the back, though. Bumble Rush and Posh JP and Niku rounding out the back of the pod here. Niku especially getting flung around in that ball terror. Sean is down. Let's catch up with the leaders. Free Juiced and Cyber Sam have died. Existentially Yours has died. Loads of people falling off the map. Bye Skippy. Looks like after a poor showing last time around, Dread Pirate is right in the lead again. True Blaze and Zero R3D are up at the front as well. Golden Ratio is round on the far side. Lots of people dying. Clownfish and Cass are down. Zero has a big lead, but there's still a long way to go to the end. He still has to make it all of the way. Rack is now catching up. Rack is the first into the next obstacle and all the way through in one as well. Storesness is there too, so is True Blaze. Jellymaster looks to be tucked up in the top there. Lots of people coming through. Manu KBs and Bagri, 03D and Symmetrol are all here too. Looks like Rack has got the lead though. Rack and 03D are probably the two in the furthest in the lead now, but there's still a long way to go and a lot of people keep dying, so all still to play for. I'm sure there's plenty of points of death all the way down this map by the looks of it. Blind Disobedience is there, so is Shy Codpiece. True Blaze and Katumbus, Banter God, and Bazooka are all trapped in there. I'm just about to hit that obstacle as well. Jellymaster has fallen way back, but is making progress now. Still a long way to go. True Blaze is down. It looks like Rack has made it into the next obstacle. 03D is just behind. Hyper Blowfish is down. People are falling off this and not making. Golden Ratio and Simtrol and Bartowski are there though, but Rack has a big lead all the way through this obstacle and into the next. No, Rack is down. Rack is down. He did not make it through these conveyor belts. 03D may have better luck. Let's see. Making it over the first one. Will they make it over the second? They do. Golden Ratio is catching up. So is Simtrol and Bartowski. Simtroll's taking the lead. Bartowski's there. Golden Ratio's fallen back a little bit. A few people are now overtaking them. 0R3D did make it, and he's into the cannon. Into the cannon. Does he hit the target? He does. 0R3D hits the target. Takes first place. Bartowski's about to die and fall off the map. Let's see if anyone else can make it. The cannon may not be accurate. People may or may not hit the target here. Faji misses. Mr. Slim takes second. WF Brown takes third. Blind Expedient takes fourth. And John takes 5. Boyd Media takes 6. Shy Codby takes 7th. Omnibon takes 8th. Dwayne and D. Woodford take 9th and 10th. Lots of people still flying through though. Superhands died. Wow. Conan, they're making it through. Jellymaster, there he is. The man to beat. Let's see how the points come out in a second or two. This map has been brutal for deaths. Look at the death list. The death list, like, everyone's dead, look. Everyone's dead. Almost everyone's dead. Wow. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at the final results. And let's finish the Grand Prix. So, in third place, for absolutely 0 points, other than bragging rights, we have Jellymaster. Jellymaster didn't win, he came in third place. I thought that was Jellymaster's on. So congratulations, Jellymaster, you came in third place in terms of points. In second place is Free Juiced, and that means the winner today, who's going to take home the S2000 Mini in Moonstone Brown, is 0R3D. So congratulations, you did get the most points across all 3 races. Please reach out to a moderator, let me know your address and shipping details and everything else, and you'll get the board shipped out to you in the next week or so. So congratulations. Let's take a look at the points. 251 points with a win and points across the other races. Free Juice takes second with 235 points, and Jellymaster takes third with 207 points. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Mr. Slim came in 4th. Stereo GR came in 5th. Let's see who the last person to score points was. The last person to score any points at all was Framed in 19th, and Rue was the first person to not score any points. I came in 79th, and in 69th we have Daniel. So congratulations, you get the booby prize. And in very last place we had Bartowski in 130th. So congratulations. Yeah, it's all about the points. Like, different races, different lengths, different points. So yeah, reach out to Jelly and brag. Maybe. So there we go. That was 3 races done. Congratulations, you do win the S2000 Mini. It'll take us a week or 2 to get that out to you, but we'll get it shipped out for you. So congratulations. There we go. 68th, very respectable. Nice. As 124, wow. Sometimes that's just the way it goes, man. It's just the way it goes. 82nd, my best so far. Bye Skippy. Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. I'm sorry. Cool. Okay, so that's the giveaway done. We did hit the goal as well, so we've met the needs to do a giveaway today. Right. Okay, it is time for us to close down the stream. I do need to go home and get some sleep because I'll be back here first thing in the morning. If you guys need me for anything, you can reach out on the Discord server or on Instagram or anything like that, or you can drop me an email if you need order support. Please do come and join us and have a chat with us on the Discord server over the course of the next week. Don't forget, if you want to come through to the PT Open Day on the 15th of March, you'll be able to visit the workshop, see my office, see everything that's here, try out some cool stuff, get some big discounts. Please do fill out the form for the interest check on Discord. It's completely free to attend. You just need to get yourself here, that's all, and you can attend, and we'll have free coffee and snacks and things on the day as well. And I can't wait to see you all. I'll be back on stream next week, at the same time next week, Sunday at 8 PM. I hope you have a really, really good time during the week this week, and catch up with us on Instagram where we post a lot of updates. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate every single last one of you for being here. Take care.